Real Madrid woke up to a small announcement with huge consequences. Aurelien Tchouaméni will not be part of France's next international window, and for a club juggling domestic ambition and European expectation, that phrase, will not be part, sounds almost like a gift. It's easy to forget how precarious the Frenchman's path here has been. Not long ago he wore the weight of criticism and even the sting of whistles at the Bernabeu, an uncomfortable reminder that form and faith don't always travel together. Then Xabi Alonso arrived, and with him a shift. Under Alonso's calm but exacting vision, Tchouaméni stopped being a liability and began to look like the kind of midfield figure coaches dream about. Athletic enough to close down space, disciplined enough to protect a backline, and composed enough on the ball to move play forward cleanly. That combination, the defensive shield coupled with tidy distribution, is what turns a good team into a balanced one, and for Real Madrid, balance is the currency of titles. The news that France won't call him up changes more than a weekend or two. It changes how Madrid plot the next 6 weeks. October and November are stacked with fixtures that demand both tactical clarity and physical freshness. Big La Liga showdowns, crunch Champions League matches, moments when a single midfield battle can tilt the entire campaign. With Tchouaméni staying, Alonso avoids the strain of extra travel, risk of accumulated minutes, and the nightmare scenario of an injury picked up on foreign soil. For a manager whose system depends on a precise midfield spine, that reliability is priceless. But this isn't just about minutes saved. It's about narrative. A player who was once underperforming and publicly questioned has, through patience and tactical fit, become central to a project. That arc, from doubt to dependability, feeds into team confidence. Teammates see a reliable partner in front of the defence. Opponents must now plan for a midfield presence who can both snuff danger and start attack. Tactically, Tchouaméni offers Madrid the ability to press higher without leaving the defence exposed, to recycle possession under pressure, and to switch play quickly when space opens. Against teams that try to overload wide areas or exploit transitions, his reading of the game and physical discipline become the fine margin between conceding a counter and starting a telling move. There's also a squad management angle that can't be overstated. By keeping a key player available for club training and medical oversight during an international break, the staff can manage load, calibrate recovery protocols, and tailor minutes in a way that national team windows rarely allow. That granular control over recovery and conditioning often shows up as small differences on the pitch. Sharper pressing in the 75th minute, quicker recovery after sprints, fewer soft injuries, and small differences add up across a season. Of course, the flip side is that fans and pundits will watch closely to see whether the rest translates into form. A player rested is not automatically a player reborn. Performance still depends on rhythm, confidence, and the tactical clarity that Alonso has instilled. But given how Tchouaméni has matured within this system, the expectation is that a refreshed body will meet a matured mind. The psychological element matters too. For a squad that craves stability, seeing one of their pillars stay put sends a message about priorities. That the club values the campaign's long game over short-term symbolism. It signals trust in Alonso's plan and in the player who has become its engine. Opponents will take notice. Teams that hope to exploit a weary midfield in late-season stretches may find their window closing as Madrid rotate with purpose rather than power. And for Madridistas, this moment reads like a small, merciful alignment of the footballing cosmos. A chance to keep your best players not just for a match, but for the decisive grind of a title chase. Ultimately, the omission tells a larger story about modern football's trade-offs. National pride versus club duty, minute management versus match sharpness, immediate headlines versus long-term ambitions. Or for Real Madrid, the calculation feels clear. Preserve your midfield heart, give your coach choices, and head into the season's most vital weeks with one less variable to worry about. If this reprieve becomes the difference in a tight La Liga race or a narrow Champions League tie, critics will call it luck, but insiders will simply call it good management, and that, in a season defined by margins, may be all the difference.